What's going on, everyone? Hello, hello. Let me get my audio. Make sure everything's working here right. I'm going to turn down the desktop audio. Right? Always a little bit of calibration at the beginning of these. But yeah, welcome to another Rokoko Office Hours. I'm Sam Lazar, Creative Director for Rokoko. And, you know, this is the time when we're live and we're here to answer questions about workflows or chat. Usually we make some free mocap. We're not going to do that today. Kana, what's going on? Good to see you. We're not going to make free mocap today. Instead, we're going to keep playing with the new elevation tracking features in Rokoko Studio Beta that were just released last week. So we're going to play with like going up and down some stairs. I'm going to turn off my blur, but I've got a very rickety faux set of stairs here that we're going to use to fake some stairs. And nice. Oh, yes, Kana. That's great. We have another update coming out for beta soon as well that's going to make it even better, especially with the gloves. I'm really excited about that. But for now, we have this elevation tracking, so that's what we're going to do. And yeah, so what we're going to do today is I kind of have a, yes, Alberto, elevation time. I kind of just have an idea for a scene in my head, and so we're just going to go ahead and make that. And we're not going to take mocap requests. We'll probably get back to that maybe next week. Hello, Mateo. Locher. Good to see you. Oh my golly. Rokoko Master, Locher. Man, I loved your submission. I think I reached out in Discord and told you. I hope I did, but oh, it was so good for Perfect Loop. Okay. So, yes, I have a scene in mind that we're going to do. It's just going to be basically a character walking up to a big set of stairs. They look up at the stairs and then start walking up them. And then we'll have a couple cuts. So I have 4 stairs here that I've set up with books, which is unsafe, probably, but it's pretty safe. I've played around with it a lot. But oftentimes, you know, I might not have a set of stairs that I can go to, right? But I still need to shoot a stairs scene. And so hopefully not with books, maybe with blocks or something, or like, you know, ideally you do have access to stairs or you're in a studio space where you have maybe some objects that are uniform that you can step up on. This really heavy book stacked up though will work. And so we're going to fake these 4 stairs and use them to show a really long staircase, right? So yeah, I say we just kind of get into it and get started, and let's start making stuff because I want to. Okay. So first I've got to hold on, make sure that this is all working. There we go. I just got to turn off my blur. There we go. Okay, I'm going to make myself a little bit bigger here. So I'm going to hide the record button, which I'm going to be hitting. That's the only thing that's down here that I'm going to be hiding. And I'll go up a little bit. I just want to have, so you can actually see this. And then, okay, so I'm in Rokoko Studio Beta. You know, I've already gotten my suit plugged in and up and ready to go. I'll do a little straight pose here. You know, made an actor profile. Actor profile object, put my suit on it, you know, so we're ready to start making some mocap. Yeah, Alberto. Yeah, it's pretty safe. It's pretty safe. Yes, I know. That's one of many, suits that I have lying around for various reasons. Okay, so let's do it. So so we're going to get to elevation tracking in a second. The first part of this scene in my head is a character walks up into camera. We're going to make like a whole little scene. That's the goal here. So character walks up into camera, stops, like kind of looks up, and then you know, cut to behind them looking up, and it's like this huge set of stairs. Okay, and start going up the stairs. And then we'll cut to a different shots of them going up the stairs. But the first thing is just a character walking up into frame and then like slowly looking up, right, at these stairs. So let's just start recording. And I'm going to do another calibration pose as always. Boom. And we'll just start recording. So that's just shot 1, right? Stop. And check it out. Oh God. Okay, right? So this is, we can block them out, and I can't wait for more features to be added to beta where you'll be able to actually do this. But you know, walk into frame. Oh God. You know, looking up. Cut to looking up at these massive set of stairs, right? And then it's gonna be them kind of like, I don't know, shaking it off a little bit, and then going up these stairs. So let's do it. I'm gonna tilt this guy down a little bit because I want to show these stairs. Yeah. Oh, camera, you don't like that, do you? Sorry. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's actually record them going up some stairs here. So I'm gonna do another straight pose. Okay, I've already turned on elevation tracking, and I've kind of measured out the distance, which actually I'm gonna make this 5 inches. But we'll have to play with this in editing, I'm sure. But we can kind of see maybe what we're doing. And okay, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, okay, so that's like step 1, right? So we'll just record a couple of those. Boom, 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 boom. And we'll definitely have to do some editing. Right? Man, it's so cool though. Oh, I love elevation tracking. It's amazing. It's really great. And you just need to do a little bit of editing, and then you have this fantastic result. Totally works. Works really well. Man, our dev team killing it. Amazing. And we'll definitely have to do some editing. I think this actually needs to, maybe if we make this 5 instead. Yeah. So you always need to do a little bit of editing. But man, looks really good. Climbing stairs, baby. Okay. So then I want to shoot a couple more. I'll be able to use this for like a couple different shots probably, but then I want to cut to them like getting tired. Also, yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do a little editing to fix maybe where some of the feet are going. Yeah, looks pretty good though. Maybe I'll do that one more time. Control C2, shortcut for going back to the front view. So I'm just going to do another straight pose. I'm just gonna record that again, a little bit cleaner. Let's try that again. Let's check that. Yeah, so we're definitely gonna have to We're just gonna have to do some editing on this because you can see that I went down below. Okay, so I like that though. I think we'll have enough. Let's record another one where I'm kind of maybe jogging up a little bit. Actually, I'm going to start jogging up. I want to start jogging up, then walking, then really struggling, then getting to the top. Okay, so let's do this like 4 more times. 4 more shots. Okay. So that's a little jog, getting my little jog on. So that's how it starts. Then it'll go to regular walking, which we've already captured. And then slow. Oh my God, now I've been walking for so long. So let's do that. Pretty good. Tired walking. Just curious to do a little mini editing here before we turn the suit off. Dun, dun, dun. Boom, 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 boom. So tired. Just gotta lift my foot up a little bit earlier. See, I think we gotta make this 5. Woo! So this, interesting. Okay, so this just needs to go way earlier. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Sorry, I'm just doing a little editing. Interesting. So this might be a case of needing to yeah. Yeah, so I might need to redo this one. So this is, yeah, you got to play with elevation tracking and make sure that you're getting what you need. Remove from scene. Yeah. Okay, let's do another calibration pose. Then we're just going to do that, and then that'll be it. Make sure to record. Just gonna do another quick one. Okay, so let's check that again because this is an important one for this, our little plot that we got going here. Let's just edit this in real time. Remove segment. Remove segment. You know what? I'm just going to keep this guy's foot on the ground the whole time. Remove segment. Just doing a little editing of our elevation tracking because we want to make sure that we got what we need for this little scene that we're building here. Greyhound. Dope. Greyhound. That's awesome. So we're going to have to, interesting. Let's make this 5. And just so much of doing, you know, elevation tracking is just doing little adjustments to make sure it's just reading what's happening right. Yeah, let's see, this looks great. Just need to expand this guy out a little bit. Zoom in here. Whoop. Boom. And foot comes down right there. Pop, pop. So tired, look behind me. Okay, so this, ooh, it comes all the way down to here. Like that. See, a little bit of editing. Now we got exactly what we need. Oh, so tired. Okay, I'm still going. Yep. Boom, this is great. So cool. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh, so tired climbing. Oh, it looks so cool to see. I just love seeing this. It's so awesome. Such a big jump forward for our suits. Oh, and we'll straighten that out. I think, yeah, it looks good. Okay, now we just need to do the finish one. Where he gets to the top. Or maybe we don't even need that. Yeah, I don't think we need that. I think we're just going to call it there. Well, let's record it just in case. And then we'll have it. Okay. Okay. Final recording. Boom. Okay, we're going to call it there. So I'm going to unplug my suit. I'm going to turn off my camera for just a second. And then we're going to do some sweet mocap editing. It's going to be awesome. Put together this little scene, which I think is going to look really good. So let me hold on just 1 second. Let me just turn off my camera here, get changed a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Greyhound, are you planning to add more editing tools to the software? It would be nice to be able to make small tweaks to the knees or hand positions. Yes, Greyhound. It's a huge part of the plan. Oh. Sorry, hold on. I'll get to your question in one moment. Yeah. Just putting some pants on. You know how it goes. Okay. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. And let's turn this guy back on here. Yeah. Get my nice little warm sweater on. Boom, boom. Need my little circle. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is much better. Now let's get into this. Let's edit some of this mocap. So we just recorded all we need for our little scene, and now we just need to actually edit our mocap and rename it and everything. So let's go through these clip by clip and just see which ones we need, which is going to be most of them. Okay, so that's walking and looking up. Did I do that twice? Let me just make sure. A little coffee. Woo. No, okay. So first let's get just walking up, right? And this can be done, you know, we wouldn't even need a mocap suit probably for this because it's not that emotive. It's just someone's, you know, walking over to a spot. So this does not need elevation tracking on. Turn that off. Only use elevation tracking on when you actually have something that needs elevation tracking. This probably just needs to be adjusted a little bit. And as always, you know, so these keyframes represent foot contact with the ground. It looks like it thinks that elevation tracking is like still on. So I'm actually gonna turn it on. I'm just gonna set it to 100. So basically it's on, but there's no. This doesn't look amazing. I don't like those pops. We're still adding some filters. What happens if I just turn locomotion off? No, obviously that's not gonna work. So this is why, like, in general, Legacy is still probably a little bit better because you just have a little bit more control as we continue to add features. But let's just say this is the mid shot, which it is actually. So they just walk into frame and then they look up. So that's all we need. So let's export this. Shot 01, walk up. Shot 01, walk up. Let's export it. Add to export list. Oh, I can just add it to the export list. I actually don't need to export it right now. And let's move on to clip 3, which I believe is the good walking up the first stairs. Yeah, so this definitely needs a little editing, as you can see. So let's turn on foot locks here. And just make sure that we don't let these feet go through this floor. Silly Rokoko Studio, you gotta, you know, record good foot contacts. And if it doesn't, you got to go in and manually fix them, which ain't that tough. But it's very necessary. You know? Boom. And we're just going in, we're just cleaning them up a little bit, especially these beginning ones. Yeah, so this looks great. And when it starts, and it's good to go in and you don't always have to go in and clean up this beginning, you know, getting to your spot or whatever. It's just if your feet aren't in a good place at the beginning of your animation, usually that's why, is you just need to go in and make sure everything leading up to kind of where you're going to be starting from looks good. Okay, so this is, let's do it. We're walking up these stairs. Oh, we definitely got to do some editing on you. And we will give this mocap out for free if people want it. We'll put it in the usual link, but it's a little bit different to work with than the mocap that comes from Legacy. So that's just something to know. So we got yeah, the control rig is it's a big one. So a lot of and I talked about this last week, but the reason that beta has taken us, just Greyhound asking about things that are going to be added to the beta software. Yeah, and one of the reasons that we rebuilt our software is because we wanted to add features like control rigs and non-destructive mocap editing and stuff, which is all you know, a part of the roadmap. So it's just, we had to rebuild our entire system from the ground up to kind of take advantage of a lot of those things and a lot of the other things we want to do, like you know, using AI to improve our mocap in general, and, you know, tweaking curves and stuff like that, and all these other things. So this looks good. This is the beginning of walking up the stairs, right? And we would just maybe change, you know, we will edit some of the foot positioning, so it's going like a regular interval, you know what I mean? Yeah, but that looks really good. So we're gonna call that shot 02 walk up, rename shot 02 start up. Let's check out clip 4. Oh no, right. So actually we want them to start jogging up. So that's going to be shot 03 probably. Let's change shot 02, rename that to shot 03. Shot 02 is going to be, oh, I'm feeling excited. I'm going to jog up these stairs. And so we just are going to need to, guess what, go in and do some editing. Because that's how you make your mocap look good. So that's, and it really pays to go in and try and, you know, get it really fine tuned. You know, that's the foot contact where I want. Boom, right there. Uh-oh. Got to reduce this down to 5 again, remember? Which is going to be the minimum amount of distance the foot needs to go up or down to reach a new level. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, please go in and upvote features that you like in our roadmap. Definitely helps us prioritize things. Oh, looks so good. And sometimes you get these, like, look at this little weird zoop that this does. If things like this happen, just wiggle your tracks and it should fix it. Sometimes you just need to wiggle them a little bit. Especially you can do it earlier in the track and it will kind of fix some of that stuff. Climbing up those stairs. Running up that hill, am I right? Okay, that's shot 02. Start up. So shot 03 needs to be climbing. And then what do we got? We got shot 06, I believe, is the good plodding. Clip 06. Should be shot 04. Oh yeah, this one looks really good. Let's just show some foot locks. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh. Okay, let's keep climbing. Woo! Yeah, that looks good. Looks great. Clip, what is this? This is shot 04 plodding. And then let's do clip 07 finishing. Let's see if it looks any good. Boom. So important to edit your mocap. Cannot stress that enough. That's why we're doing it. That's why we're going in. Making sure our foot locks are working. Pop. So this one just got to lower down that amount. Step height. Ooh, and then just gotta keep that foot on the ground, yo. I have to get a little creative here. Boom. Okay, sorry for the silence. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Oop. So this is, I love this. This is a finishing shot. You can have them actually like rising into frame. Like if this is our shot, let's pause it. Oh. They can like rise up into the shot. What's happening there? Don't forget that step. Cool. So that's shot 05. Top. Okay. So let's add the rest of these to our export list. Ooh. Add to export list, add to export list, add to export list, add to export list. Now we go to export. Look at what we got. We got our export list. All these clips that we want to export. We want to export them all as an FBX at 100 frames a second. I'm going to use a constant key reducer. I'm not going to include these in between blend shapes. Constant key reducer will make sure that there's a uniform distribution of keyframes, so it's not like two keyframes, like frame, keyframe, frame, keyframe, frame, 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 keyframe. You know, you want them to be as uniform as possible, which is what that should be doing. And we're going to go, we can choose where to export them a little bit easier, which is kind of nice. Right there, and export. Boom. Now we're ready to get into Maya, retarget onto our character. Then we're going to pull everything into Cinema 4D, which is where I do all my rendering, put everything together. And we're just going to do a quick little mock-up showing, you know, climbing up, running up this hill. We'll grab a little staircase from Quixel, you know. And it's going to be, I'm going for like blocking. We're blocking a scene. Blocking a scene in 2 hours though from scratch, which is pretty freaking cool. IMO. Okay. We're going to use this Destiny character that I have that is from Carson Reed, who has some awesome Destiny characters that are free that anyone can go and grab. The Bungie is actually pretty liberal with how you can use them. You probably can't monetize them, but you know, pretty good either way. And let's pull in our first mocap. So actually what I'm going to do is when we pull in our mocap, I'm going to put it in a new namespace because there's a tendency with the mocap that comes from Rokoko Studio Beta in Maya for it to put it in kind of an awkward namespace. Oh, it didn't add shot 05. Is it still exporting shot 05? It's exporting shot 05. Wow, okay, so it's still going. Okay, but we're gonna grab our... Okay, so yeah, it wants to put our mocap like onto our character, which is not what we want. So we're gonna lock this character definition first of all. Then I'm going to put all of my character. If we go to Windows, General Editors, Namespace Editor, I'm gonna add a new namespace. I'm gonna call this character. And I'm gonna add selected into character. Then I'm gonna create a new namespace. I'm gonna call this mocap. I'm actually going to save this project. And then we are going to import our mocap. Shot 01, walk up. I'm going to grab all that mocap. And you know what? I'm going to add it to this other namespace, just so there's no confusion. And now, when I go and add a new character definition, I select my mocap, I can just use the HIK preset and it's not gonna F it up. Which it will do sometimes. If you don't do all this namespace junk. So There we go. We did it though. And look at this. So we're going to edit some of this clipping with the arms. I also, God, I hate that jerkiness. We can edit some of that out. So I'm just going to bake this to a control rig. And we'll fix some of that jerkiness. Shutter Authority. What's going on? Juku. Yes, it's a huge update for Studio. You know what? I want to switch the side so I can see the chat a little bit better. I don't know why I don't normally do that. There we go. Now I can see the chat. Shutter Authority, amazing. Good to see you. Yeah, it is a huge update. It's awesome. I'm freaking loving it. We're going upstairs today, Rokov. It's going to be badass. I do need to fix this silly jitterbug. Actually, first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a smoothing filter. We go up to Animation Editor's Graph Editor. I've selected all the control rig parts, and I'm going to add a Euler filter. Then I'm going to add a smooth filter, add a 3.5, which is a ton. But I don't care because I want to be smooth. So I actually don't mind. I do mind. The only thing I mind is that she's walking like this way. She ends up just being kind of like pointed in the wrong direction. So I'm going to add this chest one to its own animation layer. And by the time she gets here, I'm just going to turn her so she's looking the right way. And I want to emphasize this look up. Add this to a new animation layer. And she's just, ooh, she's looking up. Looks cool. You know, this is the shot right here. Boom. You know, here's the reverse. Look up, looks crazy. Cool, so I think this looks honestly good to go. We are blocking, so we don't need to get crazy with this. I'm going to export this guy out. Export all. We're going to send it to my project folder. We're going to call this shot 01, just shot 01. And then we're going to, you know, open up this project again and retarget the next piece of mocap. And that's going to be kind of the vibe. We're going to do it for all of our, all of the mocap files that we have. So don't save that. Open up remember my namespace editor. Let's import our mocap. Whoop. Shot 02, start up. Expand it out. Add it to a mocap namespace. Add selected. Boom. Then I go and create a new character definition. Add the HIK. Template, and then look, we can keep retargeting this shit. Okay, so now we're actually going up some stairs. So we need to do a couple. We'll need to kind of make sure that these hands aren't clipping. Oh, it looks so good. And then I think there's a little. We need to make sure that the feet kind of go far enough each time. So let's bake this to a control rig. This looks pretty good. We're gonna bake them, and then we're gonna send them. So we got 3 more to do after this. Ooh, our little cape is gonna look so freaking cool, flapping in the wind. Let's delete our mocap. Excuse me. And yeah, so when I have clipping like this, generally just when you're doing mocap, you don't have like clothing and stuff like that on your body. And also it doesn't matter if you touch it or not, you know, you're not going to clip through it in real life. But in digital world, you definitely will. And so one thing I always do if I'm running into that problem is I'll just make a T-pose. I will add, you know, the arms to a new animation layer, and I'll just make it kind of more of a Y pose. So I add each of these guys to their own layers. Just angle the arms up. See? Like, that looks fine now, right? And the cape is going to be a flapping. But this is the shot right here, right? His hands look a little bit weird. I'm really not going to worry about the hands, I think, though. And I think this looks pretty good. The only thing I would do maybe is you can see here. I mean, I don't know. I think it looks fine. Like if there's clipping and stuff, we're doing a mock-up, right? So I think it's okay. we're just gonna do that. Or I'm gonna do it messily in cinema and kind of just move the stairs around to match where my feet are landing. But this is doing 90% of that work for us. So I'm just gonna call this one shot 02. And then let's just do plotting, and then I just want to get into cinema and actually see what this looks like. We can always go back and do the mid-level one. So let's open up the same project and do this again. You know, go to our general namespace editor, add a new one, call it mocap, import our mocap. Bada boom, bada bing. Plotting, I'm just jumping to plotting. I just want to get this in. Maybe we won't even do, because there'll be a little bit of more work to do even with what we're doing. And I just want to get in and actually have, you know, get some stairs involved. Actually get some stairs involved. Add that to a new namespace. Add a new character definition. Select our hips. Load in the HIK preset Maya that Maya does so well. Retarget this. We have tutorials for all this jazz. Oh, this is the cool shot right here. This is like, I can't wait to. Okay, so same thing with the arms. This looks great. This looks awesome. Bake to control rig. We'll just fix those arms, but other than that, like, I think we're ready to go. And then let's get into Cinema 4D, baby, or Blender, or wherever you're going. I mean, and you could do this all, you know, especially in Blender, you can do all of this really well. Shutter Authority, for example, is a great method for doing it that he showed us a couple office hour live streams ago using the Mixamo control rig. Unfortunately, there's no really great way to do this in Cinema 4D. You can using their Mixamo control rig, but it's pretty messy, and I just don't really like doing it. So really, it's Blender and Maya are the best. So this right here, this is pretty interesting. So what I could do, because I'm like, my foot is shaking from being on the books, but if I just go to 179, to around here, let's just delete those keyframes. Oh, guess what? Well, it's still shaking a little bit. You know what? I think this is great, though. This is great. God, it looks so good. I'm sorry to be so effusive about this delicious elevation tracking, but it's really, really good. Open up cinema. Let's do it. Open up cinema and bridge. Let's go get some stairs. And I'm thinking outdoorsy stairs. Sign in. Are we signed in? Should you keep me signed in, please? I'm signed in. Stairs. Thank you. Bridge. Ooh. Okay, see, I'm thinking more like these, though. These sweet little castle stairs. Trending. Ooh, castle stairs. See, what I'm really thinking is ancient temple stairs. Do we have any wide ancient temple stairs? Castle stairs. Dusty stairs. See, these stairs are all good stairs. In my head, it's like this. So Japanese shrine stairs. Or maybe these. Japanese shrine stairs. Double Japanese shrine stairs. Two versions. Good stairs. Quixel doesn't have everything, but it's got a lot of stairs. All right, so it's got to download, and then I've got to export these stairs. So hold on. 15%. Boom. And I just do a custom disk export. So then I have a big old Quixel library on my hard drive that I pull stuff from into Cinema. Boom. Okay, so how would I do this now? I would probably separate out my shots into different scenes. I would build my environment and then separate my shots out into different scenes. So, yeah. Let's start with shot 2, where I actually start going up the stairs. So I'm going to import my character. I'm going to import shot 2. So this is our retargeted mocap on our character. Always comes in so small, so I add it to a null. 10x this guy. Ooh, it might need 100x. Yep, needs 100. So I could also fix my export settings, but screw that. I'm not fixing those export settings. Okay, so Quixel asset library. Japanese shrine stairs. LOD 0. Okay, interesting. So we're gonna need to shrink these stairs down. And we can... Ooh, look at it. Okay. So that's stair number 1. And it looks actually really good right off the bat. So no, it's not really good. These stairs are much too large. And so this is like what you should really do is I would bring this into ooh, crash. I should really bring these stairs into cinema and then edit, you know, our character's feet so that they're properly sticking on the stairs. Do I want to do that? Maybe. Yeah, maybe we will do that. So actually, let me go up to... So you know what? Yeah, we can just pull these guys in. Okay. Textures. Quixel Asset Library. Japanese Shrine Stairs, LOD. LOD 2. We don't need these stairs to be fancy. Scale them down, guys. .01, .01, .01. And these are still going to be too big. Okay, there we go. So, do I want to use these stairs? Because I don't like this little rim thing here. And then also, if I... Yeah, that looks fine, actually. So just doing a little, we're just gonna actually do a little bit of editing here. So that looks great, right? So this guy, let's just add to its own little layer. Add a keyframe. You know, just fix some of that clipping maybe. Boom, why not, while we're at it. And then when I put my foot down, it should just be on the stair. Boom. Keyframe. You know, fix that clipping, but I couldn't move anyway. And then we'll just do the same thing for this foot. Right? Which we can find by just... Oh! There is no right foot control rig? Yo. That's not right. Okay, hold on. I want to go back and redo this. So 0.008. Okay, so let's go back to Ada, rigged, and let's redo this. We're doing it live. That's what these live streams are. Styles Morales, hello. How's it going? Perfect stream. Have to rewatch it. Yes, Styles. Yeah. I was thinking for this stream, you're talking about going up MC Escher style stairs, trying to do a loop. We're going to add looping functionality at some point to beta, like because it's in Legacy. And I just need to go and create my namespace. But yeah, I think you could definitely figure out how to loop these guys. Yeah, and I don't think it was even out for perfect stream, perfect loop. So I think it would have been, yeah, difficult to do stairs because it's very difficult without the actual new elevation tracking update. You know, you could do it using treadmill, but it's just a bit of a mess. Okay, so import So yeah, I wanna maybe next week we'll do looping stairs, which I think would be a very interesting little fun project to do. Did I not import my mocap there? What happened there? Import? Oh, I imported the wrong one. Oh God. Back up. Oh, messy. Sorry, everyone. Okay. No. New. Mocap. Now import my mocap. Raw. Okay, startup, HIK. Boom. Add this to the new namespace. Boom. Then we're going to go up. We're going to create a new character definition. We're going to load in the Maya HIK. We're going to bake this to a control rig. It should bake with the right foot. I have no idea why it wouldn't have the right foot control rig. I must have accidentally deleted it last time or something. Yep, so that's got the right foot. Now I can delete my mocap. Boom. Let's import our Quixel asset library stairs LOD2, right? We're going to set the scale for these guys to 0.08, 0.08, 0.008. Move it into position. Woo. So that looks good. And now we just need to edit a couple things. So first we need to redo these arms into the Y pose, right? Because we didn't, we're redoing this. So let's do that first. Move these guys up into Y. Now the hand looks okay. Grab the foot, add it to its own. Make sure that we're on the new animation layer. First step looks really good. But then second step, you know, just needs a little bit of work. Boom. It's that easy. You know what? Gonna delete that one. Don't like him. Looks great. You know, but this is what it takes. This is okay, so that looks great. Now we do the other foot. Add it to its own animation layer. Oh, bother. I forgot to do Butterworth. Thank you, Alberto. Let's do that and see if I screwed everything up already. Euler, Butterworth 3.5. My fave. Okay. Bother. So I think that screwed it up too much. Maybe I just don't have to. I'm just gonna leave it. I don't think we need them. I forgot Butterworth anyway, and so it kind of worked out because I think it would have screwed up those small things. I think that if I just done it in the right order, it'd be fine, but I didn't do it in the right order. So, let's make sure to add. Just gonna add it to a new animation layer just to be sure. I might as well just fix this clipping. That looks pretty good, but okay, so that looks great. Boom. Looks awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna export all, and hopefully it'll actually bring in this thing. Let's see if it crashes on me after all that hard work. Did not. Shot 02, export. I do want to replace it. Dangerous. That's how you get a crash. But I did it. I risked it. We'll see if it pays off. We'll see if it pays off with a crash and I need to redo all that work, which will probably be what happens. Yes. Actually working. Okay. Boom. We don't need to redo shot 1, but we do need to redo shot 3. So let's do that really quickly. Recent files, Ada. Last thing, I'm going to do that plotting shot. I just want to get it because it looks so good. You know what I mean? Windows, general editors, namespace editor, add a new namespace. Let's call it mocap. Let's import our elevation tracking mocap, which is in our raw folder. Shot 04. Yep. Nope, screwed up. Added the wrong shot 04. The hazards of keeping your finished mocap and your actual mocap in the same folder. I keep using these shot 04, which is what we exported from Maya. We want what we exported from Rokoko Studio. Add it to a new namespace. Create a new character definition. You know, the same thing that we just did, which we have tutorials for all of this stuff. I'm not even going to watch it. I'm just going to bake it to a control rig. We need to fix the hands. We will Butterworth it correctly this time. So right afterwards. I'm not going to add it to a Euler filter. I'm just going to add Butterworth, and I'm going to add it at 4. Apply and close. We'll see. It might screw up the feet more. It kind of is. You can see these little tweakies. Oh, the tweakies are actually in the base animation. So, oh golly. What'd I do? Okay, I gotta redo this again. And we just won't use Butterworth. I see that a question came in. Let me look at what it is. All this import. Ugh. I just want to add it to a new namespace really quick. Question is from Styles: if I animate a character going up or downstairs, can I bake it and turn it upside down or sideways without popping it back? Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can just always throw an animated character into a null or into a folder, depending on what program you're working in, right? Throw it into a null, and then you can rotate it whatever way you need, or you can throw it into a cloner and have it be going up the stairs. With an MC Escher type thing, what I would probably do is I would take the staircase and the character going up the staircase, put that whole thing into some sort of cloner, including the staircase, and then offset all the clones so that they're MC Eschered weird, and then yeah, Alberto, yeah, right, upside down. It doesn't really matter. You shouldn't anything that's keyframed you can't move, so you can't move the hips of your character. But if you put the hips of a character in an unkeyframed null object or folder, you can move the folder, right? Hopefully that answers your question. How far did I get on this? What's going on? No. Okay. Need to add this. Boom. Okay. Almost done. Plotting. Let's see what this looks like. I don't like all these jigglies. But they're not that bad, actually, so I'm just going to ignore them. And we're just going to do the rest of it. Almost there. Okay. Delete our mocap. Import our stairs. LOD2. Set them to 0.08. There we go. And then, you know what? First things first, let's... no, first things first, let's position our stairs. Boom. Then next thing we'll do is we will fix this Y pose. T pose, which we need to make into a Y pose to not have the hands be in the wrong spot. Choop. Keyframe. Choop. Keyframe. Now our hands are looking correct. Now we do these feetsies. And we will add them to a new animation layer. Keyframe. 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 And see, on these ones, I'm just moving the feet up so it doesn't intersect with that plane as much, right? And then we do it for this one. Add it to its own animation layer. Keyframe. Don't want it clipping. Keyframe. 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 Looks pretty good. So obviously we just move this down so it's more in the middle. Cool. Looks great. Okay, let's export this out. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna risk it, which is so silly. And call this shot 04. I'm gonna replace it. So dumb again. Okay, styles. Yeah, I'm in Blender. Sam Burger. I'll take it. Oh, nice. Styles, that's awesome. That's the great thing about the era that we live in. You know, you can do things all by yourself. You can teach yourself everything you need to know, and with Blender and Unreal and things like that, and sample projects and sample demos, and you know, you can get all the way there almost entirely for free, which is just so amazing. It's just something that you wouldn't be able to do 10 years ago, certainly not 20 years ago, when, you know, computers were $100,000 for what we're doing now. Yeah, you can totally do something like that, Styles. And then if you want to get into like, ooh, Axon. That's a great question. Having feet off the ground for long periods of time, that's really more of a like a treadmill mode thing. You'd probably want to like record in two motions, but like jumping up onto a bar and hanging, I mean, you can try it, but it's it might be tough. You know, elevation tracking works so well because, like normal Rokoko motion capture, it works on foot contact with the ground still, right? It's all based on foot contact with the ground. And so, you know, not having any foot contact with the ground is generally going to be kind of difficult for the suit and the system to handle. So elevation tracking will certainly be getting lots more improvements. Whether or not they are improvements like what you're saying, I'm not entirely. I can't comment. I don't know. Hopefully. I mean, ideally, we want the suit to be able to do everything, right? In every way. And the new framework of the suit that we have is certainly helping us get closer to that. But you know, it's going to be a process. Kind of a non-answer, but no, I mean, just hanging your feet off the ground is generally going to be difficult, I would say, for the suit. Look at this. Look at how cool this looks. And then look, ooh, I gotta get this cape flapping. Let's get this cape flapping real quick. Let's save this project. You know, let's call it Shot 04, which is what it is. Let's get this cape. Come on. We gotta get this going here. I like to current state to object. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this on frame 0. We don't need Octane right now. Current state to object. I'm going to make this cape invisible, the original cape, this new cloth cape that we're gonna do. Need to make it a cloth. And we need to, guess what? We need to give it a cloth belt. Then we need to go grab all these guys. Actually, first we need to find out what this part of the body is. Okay, 07. So we are going to select all these. Then in our cloth belt, we're going to add in 07, set. There we go. And then for our cloth, we are going to make the drag 100% until we want it to start going. So and then how about right here? We will make the drag 3%. We want our gravity going on the X, or not our gravity, our wind. We actually want to add our wind. Oh no. There we go. Looking pretty cool here, if I do say so myself. Wind strength 3. Looks pretty cool. You know what we could do for this little cape though is add a cloth surface and add a little thickness to this cape. Ooh, 1's gonna be way too much. Let's call it point. Whoa, that's way too much. 0.02, baby. No, 0.01. That's a thick cape. You don't need it to be too thick. Ooh, 0.005. Cool. This looks so good. And then, you know what I'd love to do is make this guy can I set I set these stairs. You know, like this kind of vibe here. I'm gonna sculpt this guy down. Where is it? Mesh. Sculpt. Brushes. Okay, size, pressure. I want to actually push. Where is it? Mesh, brushes, grab, smooth, flatten. Yeah. So kind of like this vibe, right? And let's just flatten this guy back down. Create a camera. Boom. Looks pretty awesome. Come on, this is so great. Oh, love it. Super cool. How's this look in Octane? Pretty cool. Just playing with a little lighting. You know? Looks pretty good. Hello, Ryan. McKinnon, what's going on? Just making some elevation tracking with a little robot. Oh, you know what? Ooh, thing I hate the most in the world. This camera is not linear. Make your cameras linear. I hate it when cameras have that slow start and stop at the beginning and ending of shots. It should just be slowly, it should just be linear movement most of the time for camera moves, in my opinion. Depends on what you're doing, but looks pretty good. Yeah, okay, so I think that's kind of what we're going to call it today. This was really good. I'm going to go through and maybe do a little bit more of this, but you can see, you know, looks really good. And there's obviously more that we could always go and do. Just out of curiosity, though, I think it's like you could have some cool. Man, it's like it's so great. Here, let's keyframe this and turn on auto keyframe. You know, messy, but could be cool. Create motion camera. Let's go in and add a little Steadicam movement. It's messy, it's messy, it's messy. Don't like all these, you know, in between keyframes. There's certainly better ways to do this. But this is one way to do it. Ugh, ugly, 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 but you get the idea. Sam Burger. You know? It's a good name. Okay. Well, we're gonna pretty much call it right here. This looks so good though. Really pleased with how this all, you know, came out. And we'll make sure to go and do some more probably next week. So thanks for joining, everyone. This is so fun playing with all this elevation tracking stuff. I hope everyone else is enjoying it. We'll be back next week, Thursday at 11 a.m. PST, and should be good. We'll do some more of this. So thanks, everyone. I might end up putting this mocap up for free. I'm not sure. I think next week we'll do some free mocap for sure. Okay, thanks, everyone. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you.